This is one of the most elegant sequences ever. Black is up 2 pawns, but white can still win because black's king is exposed. What would you do here to take advantage of this? The first move for white is knight e3, discover check. This puts the knight in the center where it controls the maximum amount of squares, and this helps us weave a mating net. If black plays king h4, queen g4 is an instant checkmate, and if black plays king h2, queen f2 is a mate in 3, king h3, queen g2, king h4, and queen g4 checkmate. So black's most resilient try is king g3, going away from the edge of the board. Now, white must continue checking to see if we can figure out a way to push black's king to another edge or closer to our king. And we do that by playing queen g4 check. If black goes king h2, queen g2 is mate, so they must play king f2. Now what do? If we go queen g2, like a ring around the rosy, black will just take our knight. So the only move to keep this sequence going safely is queen f4 check. Once again, black can't go king g1 because queen f1, queen g2 is checkmate. So their most clever move is king e2, keeping an eye on the knight. So here's the part where things get difficult. What do you do here? The only winning move here for white is queen f1 check, sacrificing the knight. You see, there are other features in this position, like this undefended queen, that we must take into account. If they take the knight, there's a skewer, and white is winning. So black's only move is king d2. They're really, really close to our king now, which makes their king a bit more vulnerable than before. So the next move for white is queen d1 check. King must go to c3, and here comes another junction. What do you play here? Okay, look at all the options. Many of them look enticing, but there's only one move. Queen c2. The king has been chased around the board, and now they have 2 options. If they go king d4 though, knight f5 is a fork. So they must go king b4. And it seems that this king is actually escaping to the side, but fortunately for white, it's still close to our knight. Can you see the next sequence here? It's queen b2 check. Black has 2 options. They can either block with the knight or run away with the king. But if they run away with the king, knight c4 check and queen b6 is a checkmate. So that's why black blocks with the knight, and it looks like it's over for white. No more clear checks that lead to checkmate, it seems like. But there is one amazing move that takes advantage of a flaw in black's position. The only move that wins for white is the elegant queen a3, sacrificing the queen. It's skewer, so if black wants to save their queen, they must take our queen. And do you see the winning move? Final move. Because the king's trapped by his own pieces, a single knight wins the game after knight c2. Checkmate.